everyone. I welcome you all in this video, and already we have completed some patterns of the functions. Now in this video I will be explaining you about the function overloading, function or method overloading. See class, first of all you need to keep this thing in the mind that we can create several methods in a class. So when we create the method, we need to think the name of the method, that is identifier name, that name we give. So we need to think a name for the method. We need to think about the parameters, what we are passing inside the function. Now Java has given us the facility that we can create so many functions having the same name, but the condition is there, different parameter listing should be there. Either the number of parameters should be changed or the type of parameters should be changed. Then only this process, function overloading or method overloading, will be completed. Now what is method overloading? So this is a process. This is a process of having one or more function in a class, but those methods should be of different parameter listing. Either the number of parameters should be changed or the type of parameter should be changed. So I will give you one example, seeing which it will be clear to you what is method overloading. See the example. So class, this example is of method overloading or function overloading. So what I have done here, class overload, then two functions I have created, but the names are same. You can see sum and sum names are same. So these two are parameters, integer and integer. Two parameters I have passed here in first sum function, and the second sum function I have passed two double values. So what will happen after creating these two functions, after closing the braces of the class, will come in the other class, that is use overload. The main class was overload, and we are going to use these functions inside the other class, so the name is use overload. Now inside the main function, public static void main, inside the main function we will create the object of overload class, and in this class, in this function, we will use these two statements. You know very well, obj.sum 30, 20, these are the two integers. So seeing this, your compiler will automatically jump to that sum function for which two integers are passed. So your compiler will get the sum function here. So 30 will be copied into x and 20 will be copied into y, and the value of x becomes 30, the value of y becomes 20, and this task will be performed. Means on the screen 50 will be printed. So also obj.sum 40.5 and 7.9, seeing these two values, your compiler will automatically jump to that particular sum function where two double values are passed. So here the value of x becomes 40.5 and the value of y becomes 7.9. So here, after adding these two values, the answer will be printed. So what I mean to say, function name will be same, but the parameter, means the number of parameter or the type of parameter. Sometimes we change the type also. Data type means one integer, one double, and here three double, or one double, one integer. Like this also we can take. It is the duty of your compiler. You need not to do anything. Only you need to create the function. It is the duty of the compiler to understand which function is to be executed. So on the basis of parameter, your compiler will understand. Function name will remain same. This you need to keep in mind. So if I ask what is the need of method overloading or function overloading, so you can say in Java we have to create so many functions. We have to create so many functions, so it will be very difficult for a user to keep all the functions name in the mind. So what we do, we use method overloading technique, function overloading mechanism. So using this, you can understand, you can keep so many functions in your mind. Suppose I give you the example. If you want to remember the name of the area. So area function is maybe for circle, it may be for rectangle, it may be for square, it may be for triangle. So if you want to give the common name area for all these geometrical shapes, it is possible. So what will be the change here? For triangle, if you want to find out the area, you need to pass three parameters. If I talk about Heron's formula, under root s, s minus a, s minus b, s minus c. So what is the requirement here? Three parameters, a, b, c. If I talk about rectangle's area, so only two parameters are required, length and breadth. If I talk about circle, only one parameter is required, that is radius. The formula is pi r square. And if I talk about square, again one parameter is required, that is side. So you may be confused that one parameter is required for circle also and one parameter is required for square also. So what you can do here, you can change the data type. Means for square you take integer and for circle you take double. So like this we change the number or type of parameter and we achieve this task, method overloading. And this comes under polymorphism. Polymorphism in class 9th you have already studied. Polymorphism is one of the principles of OOP, having more than one form. Having more than one form. So here also you are getting the same feeling, having more than one form. This sum function is having more than one form. Here it is adding two integers, here it is adding two double values. So on the basis of this, you just do this program that you have to find out the area of these four geometrical shapes: triangle, rectangle, square and circle, and get the output. So that's all for today, and we'll meet in the next class for the next topics. Thank you.